Wetware Media presents Soul of a Citizen, Living with Conviction in Challenging Times. Written by Paul Rogat Loeb and narrated by Stephen Aulridge Jr. Copyright 1999 and 2010 by Paul Rogat Loeb. This recording is copyright 2017 by Wetware Media. For more information about Wetware Media and other great audio titles, please visit wetwaremedia.com. That's WETWAREMEDIA.com. Introduction to the New Edition. If I am not for myself, who will be for me? And if I am only for myself, what am I? Rabbi Hillel. We can learn a lot from the tales we tell about our heroes. I once had the privilege of appearing on a CNN show with Rosa Parks. "We're very honored to have her," said the host. Rosa Parks was the woman who wouldn't go to the back of the bus. She wouldn't get up and give her seat in the white section to a white person. That set in motion the year-long bus boycott in Montgomery. It earned Rosa Parks the title of Mother of the Civil Rights Movement. I was excited to hear Parks' voice, even though I didn't actually meet her, since we were being interviewed from different studios. Then it struck me that the host's description, the story's standard rendition, stripped the Montgomery boycott of its context. Before the day Parks refused to give up her bus seat, she had spent 12 years involved with her local NAACP chapter, along with E.D. Nixon, an activist in the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters Union, who was the head of the chapter, local teachers, and other members of Montgomery's African-American community. The summer before, Parks had attended a 10-day training session at Tennessee's labor and civil rights organizing school, the Highlander Center, where she'd met an older generation of civil rights activists and discussed the Supreme Court's recent decision banning separate but equal schools. In the process, Parks also became familiar with previous challenges to segregation. Another Montgomery bus boycott 50 years earlier had successfully eased some restrictions, and a bus boycott in Baton Rouge had won limited gains 2 years before. The previous spring, a young Montgomery woman had also refused to move to the back of the bus, causing the NAACP to consider making her the centerpiece of a legal challenge, until it turned out that she was pregnant and unmarried, and therefore a problematic symbol for a campaign. In short, Parks's decision did not come out of nowhere. Nor did she single-handedly give birth to the civil rights movement. Rather, she was part of a long-standing effort to create change, when success was far from certain and setbacks were routine. That in no way diminishes the personal courage, moral force, and historical importance of her refusal to surrender her seat. But the full story of Rosa Parks reminds us that her tremendously consequential act, along with everything that followed, depended on all the humble, frustrating work that she and others had undertaken earlier, and on the vibrant, engaged community they had developed in the face of continual hardship and opposition. Her actions that day also weren't accidental, the product of her feet being tired, as we've so often heard, but rather a deliberate effort to challenge injustice. What's more, the full story underscores the value of persistence. Had she given up in year 3 or 7 or 10, we'd never have heard of her. Finally, it reminds us that Parks' first step toward involvement, attending a local NAACP meeting, was as critical to altering history as her famed stand on the bus. Heroes like Parks shape our images of social commitment, of how change actually takes place. Yet, when I speak throughout the country, most of those who hear my talks don't know the full story of her involvement. In this instance, the conventional portrayal may actually make it harder for us to get involved. It suggests that engaged citizens emerge fully developed and socially adept to take bold and visionary stands.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?